You're listening to Confessions of a Counsellor podcast. Here we will talk all things mental wellness.
Hi everyone, it's Janice here, and welcome back to Confessions of a Counsellor. This is going to be season 1 of the re-released podcast so that you can enjoy it in bite-sized chunks. So for today's podcast, I'm going to do a brief introduction as to who I am and what I'm hoping to accomplish with this podcast. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a registered social service worker. I've been working in private practice for almost 6 years, and I primarily work with those people who are struggling with anxiety, depression, borderline personality disorder, and those who are the caretakers for a loved one with mental illness. What I do is hope to create a toolbox for those who are struggling with these things so that they can go out into the world and have tools and skills that they can rely on to help make life easier. Oftentimes in today's society, we are not taught skills and tools in order to cope with big feelings, understanding what's happening in our brain, and knowing what to do in social situations where maybe we feel like we have to do something or we should do something because that's what we were taught, but it's actually not helping us improve our relationships or improve our lives. So a lot of the conversations I have with my clients are skills and tools to help make these difficult situations easier to navigate. And over time, they start to build their own toolkit. So by recording this podcast, I'm hoping that I can give you some of these tools in a bite-sized chunk so that you can listen and understand and start to implement some of these skills that I teach my clients. And if you are one of my clients, hi guys, welcome, and thanks for listening. A little bit more about me is, as I said, I'm a registered social service worker. I identify as an INFJ for those who are into the Myers-Briggs. So that means I'm an introvert, and as the Myers-Briggs says, I'm a counselor. I like to listen, and I like to share wisdom. If you offer me chocolate, I will always accept. I'm a tea drinker. And I've lived most of my life with anxiety, whether that was in childhood, not understanding social situations and constantly feeling like I was on the outside, all the way through university, not feeling like I really ever fit in until I found my people who understood my anxiety and really understood me. And then after my first child was born, I also suffered from postpartum anxiety, which really rocked my understanding of motherhood and who I was, and required a whole new journey in therapy and re-identifying myself once I became a mother. So it's been a lifelong journey, and these are skills that I've had to learn and relearn, and am a constant work in progress. So knowing that you're not alone in this journey, which is why I call this podcast Confessions of a Counsellor. So thank you for being here with me. I look forward to sharing the skills that I have learned and that I practice myself, and hopefully we can see each other soon. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Confessions of a Counsellor podcast is available anywhere you like to listen to your podcast, both on Apple and Android. New episodes will be released every Friday. If you enjoyed this podcast, please feel free to join the conversation. Leave a review or subscribe to the podcast hosted on the Anchor app. All these details can be found at janicelyons.com. Until next time, take care.